Hey guys, so I just wanted to share with you this one question that was super powerful for me and my son conversation the other night, where he said, I'm sad. And I'm sure you've heard about this before, but when he was saying I'm sad, a question I asked him was, so what? And all the other nights when we would have the same conversation, he would tell me about that. I tried all the different ways, right? I tried to tell him about how it's okay to be sad and how he can just process the feeling and how he can process it. And I would tell him about how life is 50-50 and 50% is amazing, 50% is negative. I would tell him about how, let's just feel the sadness, or I just tried all my coaching tools on him. Like I approached it in so many different ways. And all of those ways, he reacted to them differently. But that one night and this question I have seen work so amazingly, because when I asked him, so what? It kind of stumbled him a little bit, because he was like, well, I don't like being sad. I'm like, so what? I'm sad all the time, like regularly. So what? What's the problem? I'm like, Papa's sad, your brothers are sad, like everyone gets sad sometimes. So what? And what that question does, it's like basically says, this is not a problem. Like, what's the problem with being sad, right? It's just a different way of approaching it. And the way that when I asked him that, when we talked about it for another couple of minutes, he was like, really? People are sad? And he got out of the sadness. Basically, he stopped making sadness a problem. He stopped resisting sadness. He stopped thinking that something has gone wrong. He stopped feeling like he doesn't want to be sad anymore. He just looked outside of his sadness and saw that it's just a thing that everyone experiences. And he wanted to talk about something else next, which is a huge progress for him. And this is a question that you can always ask yourself, or you ask your son, you ask your children. You might not want to ask a grown-up that, because it might come off confrontationally, but there is a way to ask that question of somebody else, of another grown-up, in a way that's not confrontational. You might need to find that way. You might say something like, oh, why is that a problem for you? Or what's bothering you about that, right? And so just asking our brain of, why is this a problem? Like, you're tired, so what? You're sad, so what? You're upset, so what? Right? So many of those things are part of our life. And if we make them a problem, then we are compounding pain on top of our human life experience, which is negative 50%, negative or positive 50%, right? And we don't want to do that, right? So that question, so what, is so helpful, so helpful. It points out to us that we are making it a problem, and then we don't have to, right? So because so many times we can't change the circumstances, and we can only change what we're thinking about the circumstances and what we're feeling about them. And so if we are accepting them as they are, great. But if we are making them a problem, why? Why are we making them a problem? So what? Right? Like, you're sad. Yeah, I'm sad too sometimes. So what? I don't make it mean anything. I just told them I was sad this morning, but I just kind of noticed it there and I moved on. I just did all the things I had to do, and it kind of lifted, right? So I hope you try this question on. So what? It's such a great question, right? And push it beyond any conventions you have in your life. Like, your in-laws said something to you that you don't like. So what? That's totally fine. You don't have to like what they say, right? You don't have to like what they say, and it does not have to be a problem, right? Conventions, right? You don't like how your parents live your life. So what? You don't have to like it. It's totally fine. They don't have to change how they're living their life, and you don't have to like it, right? Push it way beyond, and always aim to get to acceptance. Okay, I love you all so much. Have a great week. Bye.